This past month, the Bucket List family are partaking in the 30 Stays in 30 Days challenge with Disney. Over the course of 1 month, they're spending one night each in all 30 of Walt Disney World Resort's offerings. Sounds like fun, and it also sounds expensive. But how expensive? First off, thanks to subscriber Bruce Beauchamp for suggesting this topic. To figure out the cost of this challenge, I factored in room cost, park passes, and food for a family of 4 and used dates during this month for room rates. In total, a challenge like this can cost between $21,000 and nearly $24,000, depending on some of the details. That's a pretty big bill for 1 month of Disney, so how does that break down? Well, first off, let's talk about the whole point of the challenge, the rooms. For this estimate, I used all of the Disney-owned resorts on property, including their DVC villas. Conveniently, that totals out to 30 offerings. Considering this whole challenge is being done in partnership with Disney as a promotion, it makes sense to assume that they're going to use this to highlight their own hotels. So I left out the few non-Disney-owned hotels on property, such as the Swan, Dolphin, and Shades of Green. The cost of 30 rooms, one of each, with tax, came out to $13,417.59. One major note here is that, like the Bucket List family trip, this includes a night at the Polynesian Villa Bungalows, which alone costs $2,500 a night. A night at each of the value resorts and the campsite in Fort Wilderness totals $717. All of the moderates, $1,240. At the deluxe level, the price really jumps at $3,781 for a night in each hotel. Finally, for a night at each of the villas on Disney property, you'd be looking to pay $7,678. Again, with $2,500 of that just being a single night at the bungalows in the Polynesian resort. Now, if a family of 4 with 2 kids is going to spend a full month on Walt Disney World property, you can bet they're going to spend plenty of time at the parks. Enough so that it makes sense to just get annual passes for them. I also figure with a full month, they'll want to do more than just the park, so I opted for the Platinum Plus Pass, which includes the water parks as well. 2 adult and 2 children passes total out to $3,701.96. Last up, and this is where the variables kick in that can change the total, is food. The family has to eat, right? I estimated out 3 different options when it came to food using the Disney Dining Calculator on DizTripPlanner.com. On the cheaper end, I estimated 3 quick service meals a day for 2 adults and 2 kids, totaling $4,347 for the month. Then I switched it around to 2 quick service and 1 table service for a total of $5,504 for the month. Lastly, with 1 quick service and 2 table service a day, you're looking at $6,660 spent on just food. With everything combined, it comes out to $21,466.55 on the cheaper end and $23,780.15 on the more expensive end. Now, I know people are going to say that there are ways to save money there. You can order groceries and eat at the hotel, maybe you buy secondhand DVC points. They're right, this can be done cheaper. That said, I'd argue that if you're trying to think economically, then the 30 Stays in 30 Days challenge isn't a good idea to begin with. The cheapest option for a month at Disney is probably subletting an Orlando apartment or something. Certainly not as fun, but it gets the job done. Anyway, there you have it. The vacation of a lifetime, and a chance to experience every resort Disney World has to offer, and all for the low price of, $24,000. What I'd love to hear from you is, which resort out of the full list of Disney World hotels would you want to stay at the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video and like to see more, be sure to subscribe. I put out a couple of videos a week all about Disney, including its long and detailed history. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.